Have we moved forward as a society, you reckon?
No.
Or-
No.
Okay.
No.
I didn't think so.
I saw someone ranting about bloody the QR codes. How there should be an end to QR codes.
Should we punish the people who went to the protest? So I saw some radical ideas being thrown around.
This is Kush's speciality, Kush.
Cluster strike, 400-meter radius.
Welcome back to Critical Banter, where we take the best bits from your favourite late night shows and package them into a podcast. So for today's episode, we'll be doing the final chapter of the 2021 Best Friend Check with Sen, and we'll be reviewing both 2021 and 2020 and seeing which lockdown comes out on top on Banter Reviews. Before that, to wrap the week, we've got me, Miguel, we've got Kush,
Hello.
we've got Sen,
G'day.
and Rohit.
G'day, boys. I got an interesting text message this week. First of all, I haven't actually received a text for a while, so that was quite exciting to receive. Usually people message me on like Messenger and whatnot, but it went like this. The text was with I didn't have this contact saved, so it was just a number. That number is +614. For anyone who knows it, I'll pop it up there. But he just simply says, "Belated birthday wishes, buddy."
Buddy.
Now the problem with that is my birthday was 2 months ago. So I want to know, like, when does belated have an expiry date? Like, how far in the future can you say belated and for it to still be legitimate? Because I didn't actually respond to that. Because I can't be like, oh, thanks so much, it was great, and then get into a whole hoo-ha about what I did 2.5 months ago on the 29th of May. It's the 25th of July.
Belated is 1 day after, maximum 2 days. You can't be in good faith to be saying belated any more than 48 hours the birthday. Because especially like you can see like the Facebook posts, like people put up on the status, like on their wall, like happy belated birthday. At most, like it's embarrassing if you do more than 1 or 2 days after. Like, what are you doing, mate?
That was going to be my counterpoint, right? Like, but sometimes you see those Facebook birthday posts a week later and maybe you missed the birthday. Is the time done? Is it too late?
Then you DM them. You don't put up on the status. But even then, I still think it's too late. 1 week, it's like you wait until next year, bro. You wait 51 more weeks and you get it right.
Lost your chance.
You lost your chance.
I think a week is fine. I think a week is cutting it, but you can still get away with
A week
belated
for
birthday.
relatives, though. I wouldn't say it's for your friends and
Yeah,
whatnot.
exactly.
Yeah, I would
think
agree
that's
with that
fair.
one, yeah.
Like someone in Nigeria wishing happy birthday for you, if you have a relative in Nigeria, that's fine. A week is fine. But I think, 48 hours for your mates, your close mates, the ones living locally.
Yeah, I think so.
Why do relatives get a pass?
Because they don't-
Why do they get a 1 week
They don't have
pass?
ease of access to provide you a statement
What do
of
you
happy
mean?
birthday.
Time is time, all right? 24 hours in Nigeria
Time
is
is
24 hours in
relative.
Australia.
Yeah, fair enough. But I just think it's the idea that there's someone else not locally available that can say happy
Bro,
birthday.
that's so insulting. You're basically just saying like these people in your relatives in overseas countries are like third-rate citizens who can't tell
No
the
one
date.
said that.
on the
No one
calendar.
said that, Ro.
No one
getting
said
this?
that, Ro. What are
Don't
you
project
talking
that onto
about?
us, man.
What the
Oh
hell?
Lord! All I'm saying is that there's a bloody time
What-
difference, and there's a living difference. There's everything. They're in another country. They should be allowed another few days to say happy birthday.
They're adults. They know what the date is. Why? I don't understand why these
No,
people
but if they're
get 1 or 2
distant
weeks.
relatives, right?
Yeah.
They're not friends where they can come and go in your life. Relatives are relatives. They're constant. But they could be distant relatives.
But with
So
like
that's where the
with
allowance
your
comes
birthday,
from.
bro, a week is already the next month. Like it's already June at that point. Like it's too late to be saying happy birthday in June, if you ask me.
Is Ro a special case then, where it's...
That's good. That's actually a good point. Yeah, if it translates into another month, that already makes it
It's too late.
Yeah.
So if you're on the 31st,
It's got to be on that day then. I'm so
Okay,
sorry.
no bingo.
Especially if your birthday's, for example, on the 31st of December and someone messages you 1st of Jan. It's too late. It was last year, brother.
You haven't talked to me all year, bro. Why are you doing it
Exactly.
now?
So I think it is maybe more scenario based, but I think maximum 2 or 3 days. As we've said many times on this podcast already, we are currently in lockdown. So at work, we had a person who left, and what they did was they arranged for a virtual card to be signed. So everyone had to write down a message, and they came up with like a virtual card. And then we had a virtual farewell drinks. And everyone was encouraged on Teams to change their background to like a bar, like a virtual bar background. Where do we stand on this? I'll tell you right now, me and my mates, we refused to do that. We didn't even turn our cams on. We were not.
That is
Body
so
poopers,
disrespectful.
Bro. You're such body poopers. Dude.
Nah, that is
Few
some
buttons, dude.
corporate
what's
BS.
the harm
we
in
want.
that?
No, I did. There was one person who did Moe's, like the Moe's bar from The Simpsons as their background. I did appreciate that. But all the others, I was having none of it.
Why couldn't you bring that energy, Senny?
Nah. They already did. I can't steal their idea. But where do we stand on 1, virtual cards, and 2, virtual like farewell drinks and stuff like that?
Well, I mean,
It's becoming a staple, no?
Yeah.
It's
that's the thing.
a have to do these days.
It's
How else do you celebrate
the
it?
easy way for companies to like say, hey, this is a culture. Like, oh, we can't do it, live in person, but at least we can do it virtually. That's the same thing, right? In reality, of course, it's not the same thing at all. It's arguably 100 times worse.
It's way worse. The thing is, half the people want to
It
be
is worse.
drinking.
I'll agree with you on that point. It is worse.
But they have to do it though, right?
What's the alternative then? Like, you know what I mean? Like, this guy's leaving, probably been at the company for like a couple of years. The least you could do is turn on your bloody camera and have a beverage with him.
No, I don't know. It was so awkward because there was like 40 people on the call, and it was just mayhem, just
Can I
chaos.
say that's less awkward rather than like one-on-one?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, agreed. Mate, they're not asking you to go shine his shoes.
But the thing is, there was 40 people, but only like 5 people were talking. To be honest, like everyone else was just silently sitting there.
Those are every corporate like meetings now these days. The ones that are over like 20 plus, it's always 2 or 3 people who talk. In all of my ones, there's always one person who's like, "Hey, how's everyone going?" There's like a 10-second delay as someone goes, "Good."
Yeah.
I mean, not much you can do in lockdown, right? Am I right, guys? And say, yeah.
Did you get up to anything this weekend? Hey, no, can't get out.
I watched a movie. Oh, wow, which one? And it's like, oh, it's horrible. It's very cringe.
What's a virtual card? Like, what does that look like out of interest?
It's literally just a PDF document where they've shoved everyone's farewell messages on, and like they put your head. So they've taken like your profile pic head, shoved it on there, then your message on top.
Oh, one's a nice little PowerPoint. Like literally just
PowerPoint,
slides,
very
and
nice.
they've put like post-it notes, like yellow, red,
Yeah.
blue,
Nice.
and it's just that. And then there's a picture in between. But like, is that a card? You're transitioning.
Not a card, dude. It's a PDF, like a report.
I'm not against the PDF. I actually think that's quite good.
It was cute. It was definitely cute. There were some nice messages in there. So I was okay with the virtual card aspect of it, but definitely the virtual farewell drinks was a bit how you going.
Surely it's kind of like you go in there, pop your head in, say goodbye, and then you can dip it whenever you want. You don't have to stay for the full
No, you
hour.
don't have to stay for the
It's
full hour.
easier to dip away as well. That's the beauty of it. Normally,
Yeah.
corporate events,
Especially when you
someone
don't
harder
turn your
to dip.
cams on. It's very easy to slap.
You didn't even say hi, so you don't have to say bye, Sen. It's easy.
Because we joined late and we saw everyone else had turned cams on with like a full bar background, and I was just sitting here like I do with my hoodie on, and I'm like, I'm not turning my cam on. I'm sorry, brother.
Mm.
I did add the guy on Facebook after, so look.
You didn't even turn your camera on. He noticed that. He noticed that disrespect. Did he accept you?
Did he accept it?
He accepted. He accepted. don't
Wow.
worry. So when everything does open up, we'll go out for actual drinks, I think is what the plan is. But I will not stand for virtual drinks.
Alrighty. Titus has written in on TCB Thursdays, and he asks, when's the next TCB game night with the fans?
It's a great question. It has been a while.
Kush, you seem very excited.
I am. I'm so excited to play with the
games
fans. We had a very successful Call of Duty one last time we played. That was fun.
We did.
I didn't mind that
And
at all.
we played Among Us as well. So we've had a few.
Potentially next week, boys. What are we thinking? This comes out on the Wednesday. How about the media weekend? We'll
No, I'm
post
busy,
on.
mate. Sorry.
Tomorrow it'll be me, Kush, and Rohit.
No. This weekend sounds good.
Post on the TCB Appreciation Society. We'll come up with the game. We'll come up with the time that hopefully works for most people. Unlike one of our sessions where no one could come because we did it for our time and not yours.
Nice little 5 a.m. wake up call that is.
So we'll sort all those details out and we will post it on the Appreciation Society.
Keen. All right, guys, it's time for the last best friend check for 2021. As an update, the scores are currently Kush in last position with 9, Migs in third position with 10, Ro, you're currently second with 13, and I am first with 15, but obviously I can't get any points for this round, so...
But I've created a quiz.
All right, so let's begin. On the 24th of August, 2020, what did I have for lunch?
Oh my god. Surely there's multiple
That's not-
choice.
So it's not a question.
Okay.
It's not a question.
I was ready to lock in Zinger Box then.
It would have been a good guess. All right, so I bought Call of Duty Cold War for $79 last year. How many times have I played that game?
I don't remember playing this with Sen at all. I've only played it 3 times, and I think I've got my value. So I think Sen has played it 1 time.
The thing is, I do remember playing. There was one time we played with Sen, and he's like, "You know what? This is pretty fun. Let's play this more." I think that was the last time we played it. But I feel like it wasn't just once.
Nah, it's definitely more than once. It's definitely more than once.
I am going.
This is not a
to
team
say
sport, Kush.
A gentleman's 3.
All right, Kushagra.
The way I'm thinking, we played one multiplayer session. I know we have. You were on that boat. You jumped down into the water accidentally, and you were like, "Holy shit, we can swim!"
You can swim. I thought I was going to die.
The second one, we were playing zombies, and that was a session where you were like, "Hey, this is actually okay." So I'm going to say 2. These are the only 2 times I remember.
Well, Miguel was closest. I've played 5 times.
Fuck off! You played.
There was 1 zombies, which you remember correctly, and there was 4 times we played multiplayer.
No.
Where we mostly played domination.
Wow,
So Miguel, you get the point there.
what a scam job.
Next up is during 2020, my favorite soccer team, Liverpool, won the Premier League. How many points did they get in that season?
Is there there's no multiple choice from you? You're that lazy, are you? You can't figure out 4 answers.
No. I did it because I know Manny might actually probably know this answer, so got to make it as hard as possible.
I'll go last.
Good from you.
Kush, you go first.
Me first, righto. I know nothing about soccer, famously.
Do you know how many points you get for a win? And 2,
No.
how many games there are?
No. All I know is that there's a team called West Ham, and they're pretty good, I believe, from what I know.
Oh, no, yeah, he's
Yeah,
not
they're
wrong.
decent.
He's not
They're
wrong.
decent. They're decent.
Okay, well, that's good.
I'll give you information on like Sen. There's 38 games.
Okay.
A win you get 3 points.
Yep.
A draw you get 1. A loss
Yep.
you get 0. So,
Righto. And this is the 2021 season.
Hey, get off Google.
I'm not on
Kush's
Google.
eyes are darting all
Get
over
off
the shop,
Google.
bro.
I'm looking
He's
at the
stalling.
keyboard, you flops.
Premier League 2020.
It was 2019-2020 season. So it ended 2020.
Mate, I'm seeing lights flash at his face, bro.
No,
Stop
it's
stalling.
You know that your cameras are literally one here, one here, one here. That's why my eyes go like this. Complete flops. Okay.
Called us flops.
38 times 3,
Yes. Is?
90 plus. But there's
Something.
no way Liverpool gets 90 points. So I'm going to say it's
All right.
46 points.
Thank you, Kushagra. Rohit?
That sounds quite low. I think they would have gotten 78 points.
All right. Miguel?
City won the league record points 100, I think. And I think Liverpool were very close to that. I'm going to say 95.
Miguel is correct. It was 99 points they got that season.
They were that close. Wow.
They were that close. All right. Next question is, in the 2021 financial year, 2020 financial year, how much have I lost in sports bet? Is it a gentleman's $10, $25, $50, or $100?
Reckon I can search this up on Google, Ro? You fucking idiot.
Does this include that group you made with your other mates where you all put in like $20 each and only one person's been using that money and has lost all your money? Does it include that money?
It does include that money. And it was $10 each. I'll be nice to everyone else.
What's that
$10
called?
each.
Sports bet what is it?
Bet with your
Groups?
mates.
Oh,
just
it's actually such a joke.
It
you
is.
can
It
just-
really is.
Pool your money, but anyone can take from the pie.
So is it 10, 25, 50, or 100?
He loves a punt. But he loves a 5-cent punt, I reckon. That's the thing. He loves a
Says
10
on
cent.
I don't think he's gone to 100. There's no way he's going to 100.
He slowed down though. It looks like he slowed down because if you
Only
ask
for
him
the
his
year as well.
2018, 2019 financial statements,
Oh, it was bad.
we don't talk about that.
I'm going to say 25.
I'm gonna say 50.
I was thinking 50 as well.
The answer is $25, Kush. I have slowed down quite a bit. So Kush gets the points for that one. All right. I famously attempted to quit drinking in 2021. How many months did that last? No multiple choice. 'cause
Like
two of you
actually,
should know this
or
answer.
because actually 0.
When I officially gave up the challenge.
So after you had about 10 drinks.
For context, so Sen and another one of our friends decided to take this plunge together. And then they were like, yeah, we'll do the whole 12 months. We'll get 3 cheat days.
It was
Within
nice
the first
in
month,
ideas.
Sen used 5 of
No.
those 3 cheat
Come on.
days.
The other
And he was on a
person
high
used
horse
two
about my
before
body's
me.
a temple. Health is wealth. Shut up.
We went on a road trip for the weekend. Sen drank all 3 days and said that was just one time. That's only one of my cheat days.
Because he didn't stop, was his logic.
You didn't stop, exactly. So you have to stop for a whole 24-hour period, and I didn't. So therefore, it technically only counts as one. But anyway, how many months did I last?
Didn't read the contracts, the terms and conditions. Gotcha.
It was definitely within the first 6 months. Was it in the first quarter is what I'm thinking.
I'm putting in 4 months because I don't know anything about this and I don't give a shit because you're an alcoholic. 4 months. Let's go.
I'm trying to think of the milestones, right? Because I'm pretty sure there was a milestone that caused him to just sack it off completely.
It wasn't his birthday, was it? His birthday,
I think his
sober.
birthday, he was still on it. He was still on the,
Yeah.
I can't go out drinking for my birthday because bottomless brunch was thrown around. And we're like, Sen can't drink, so he's just going to watch the rest of us get bottomless.
That would have been fun watching you guys, though.
And he definitely drank at your birthday. Did he drink?
Yeah,
Did I go
he was
out
not-
for my birthday? Did I do something? No. No alcohol involved in that. I'm going to say 4 months as well. Yeah, April.
Yeah, it's 4. It has to be 4.
Is that your final answer?
It is my final answer. Lock it in.
Well done to all 3 of you. Kush, I have to say, 4 months just straight off the bat. This man knew.
Wowee.
You piggybacked
Good
off
outfit.
me, you absolute bastards.
You're too quick there, Kush. All right. Furthering to that, I also plan to run every week. How many weeks did that last?
Months to weeks.
I ran with you once,
Challenge.
You did. You did.
and only once.
It's just like a COD
I think
thing.
I think I stopped running as well at that point. This is in like January as well, I'm pretty sure.
So was this in conjunction with his alcohol thing or no?
It was.
Surely it can't be more than 5.
Was the question
5
months or
months?
weeks?
I'll give you a hint. Sorry, what was that? In weeks. How many weeks? Yeah.
Weeks.
So he didn't put it in months, so it's got to be less than 4. I'm going to say 2 weeks.
All right. Kush says 2 weeks.
I was going to say 2 weeks as well.
Of course he would.
I will go 3 or 4. I will go 4. I'll back your Sen.
Miguel is correct. Thank you for giving me a bit of
Hey.
credit here. I lasted all of January. Thank you. Bit of respect, boys. Come on. All right. Next up is how many COVID tests have I done?
Ooh. I think you've done 2 COVID tests.
Rohit says 2.
But he was complaining about it one time about how he's gone through so many that, getting probed.
There was also one time where he should have gotten a COVID test. and he didn't.
Can we count that?
That's actually the reason why I didn't get COVID test because I got so many.
It's 2 so many, right? It's neither here nor there.
2 up the brain, but I reckon 2 is a decent amount.
No, but 2 is not I'm done with COVID test forever.
I'm saying 3.
I'll say 4 again.
And Kushagra is right. It was 3 times. 4 if I went that one time you guys told me if I should have, but I didn't. Because I had 2 in the space of like a month, and I'm like, nah, that's it. No more, please.
Yeah,
Leave
don't
me
wanna-
alone, sir.
Don't want to contaminate the community. All good.
Exactly. All right. A few more questions to go. How many times did I go into the office from 1 July 2020 to 30 June 2021? Was it A, 25 times, B, 32 times, C, 43 times, or D, 50 times?
How is this a number you have on hand?
Because we have to book our desk before we go in. So I have all the emails that
Oh.
shows how many times I used the desk booking system.
Okay, let's just work this out. So, July 21st, then we had we went out once. Oh, this is just a Hail Mary. I'm going to lock in. You're probably lazy, so you go in on the lesser side. 32 times is what I'm saying you went in 1 year.
Here's the thing, right? Sen is a slut for Fridays.
Exactly. That's what it's about.
He's a whore for Fridays.
The amount of Fridays where we've been like Warzone, he's like, nah, not tonight. I'm on the old bevs.
I'm playing table tennis with Dana White at Winghouse. Is what this man tells me every time. Which is just a bald guy that doesn't look like him. And every week he's like, bro, Dana's here.
Dude, I'm at Dana White, boys. What can I say?
How many weeks were in lockdown though? Because I'm willing to say every Friday that he could have gone, he went. Then plus the ad hoc, he actually has to work. What are the options again?
He has a job and responsibilities.
Exactly. That's the
25. 25, 32, 43, or 50?
43.
43.
Well worked out, fellas. It was indeed 43 times.
Hey, Ro, you want to
This
get a
is
question?
choke
Or...
job. I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose this match. I'm now not locking in only the ones Miguel locked in.
All right, 3 more to go. What song did I vote for in the Triple J's Hottest 100 for 2021? There's no multiple choice. You should know
come
this.
on.
This is a joke, dude. This is actually a joke.
Isn't it? Don't you vote in like 10?
Sorry, but what was the one that I voted for number 1?
Okay.
This is how is a best friend meant to know? This is a questionnaire. This is who wants to be $1. This is where you're going.
You two go first. I think I know the answer.
Oh my
Come
God.
on.
Miguel should know this answer.
Is it? I'm gonna lock in running back. I don't even know
Fuck
who
is
it's by. Was that this
Flu.
year? Flu.
What the
Yeah.
hell is that?
That was 2018, I'm
no.
pretty sure.
Oh no.
It's the last time Ro listened to radio.
So what's this Triple J? What is
Triple
that?
J.
What do they do? Oh, is that the top 100 thing?
Yeah, the
it's
top 100.
songs.
Huh. I don't know any of the songs. I'm just gonna lock in
Lock in Rain by AJ Tracy, bro. Do it.
Heat Waves by the Green Animals or whatever they're called.
All right.
I think it is Heat Waves
Alright.
by Glass Animals. It has to be.
The answer was Heat Waves by Glass Animals.
Yes.
Kush with the clutch.
He's
That was a really good guess, Kush. Really good guess.
The only reason why is because someone in work mentioned that, listen to the number 1 song. It's Glass, what is it? Heat
Glass
Waves.
Animal. Heat Waves.
Yeah. So there you go. Wow.
That was very clutch. All right. Last 2 questions. What is my phrase for 2021 is my second last question. Is it A, mashallah, B, inshallah, C, alhamdulillah, D, astaghfirullah, or E, it is what it is?
I'm not going first.
I gave you your stuff for a while. Let's put that out there. I gave you that term, so it can't be yours.
I reckon it's the one with the M. What was that?
Mashallah.
Mashallah. I'm saying mashallah.
I'm gonna lock in inshallah.
I'll lock in mashallah as well.
It is what it is, boys. To be honest, I use all of these a lot, but the one I use the most would definitely be "it is what it is."
Half your vocabulary is Arabic, bro. What are you talking about?
All right, final question. On the 26th of December 2020 at 2 a.m., an unfortunate incident occurred between my car and Miguel's car, which resulted in the damage of my side view mirror. Completely shattered, the glass was. My question is 2-parter. How long did it take me to repair the side view mirror? I.e., how long did I go without a side view mirror? And B, how much did it cost me to repair? And the repair, I'll give you a bit of a hint. Is it A, $80, B, $180, C, $280, or D, $380? It's a 2-parter, this one.
Have you talked about this on the pod? I feel like you have.
Absolutely, I did.
Yeah.
So this is the time where you hit my stationary car that wasn't moving and was in its parked position the whole night. We're talking about that time, right?
That is absolutely
And then where I had
the
to
one.
spend 45 minutes trying to fix my own side view mirror.
No damage.
And he stood there and watched. I just want to make sure it's that time, Zen.
As Sen would say, it is what it is.
It is what it is, brother.
Mashallah.
I also blew 0 on the alcohol blood thing. I was stone cold Steve Austin sober that night.
I don't blame you though. Miguel parked halfway on the road. It's hard to
Come off it, bro. Come off it.
You were well inside and it was dark and it was narrow. Anyway, how long did it take me to fix? How long was I going with just one side view mirror and how much did it cost me?
There's another caveat to this. You DIY'd that mirror for a bit from memory.
I did, but I'm not going to count that because that was a very shoddy job because
So
it
you
fell
bought
off after.
Mirrors from like Bunnings Warehouse and cut it into shape and
I bought it
taped
from
on.
Autobahn for $28. And the thing is, that mirror was like one of those mirrors that you see at like circuses. Like if you went to like Coney Island, like the wavy mirrors. So it like distorted everything. So if you stood next to it, it looked like you were like either 5 meters like tall or you were like a short, chubby person. So it was impossible to drive with. But no, I'm not counting that.
4 weeks, $280.
3 months, 180.
3 months, 180.
Kush was the closest. It was 3 weeks and it was $180. So I guess you all get a point there.
Yes, sir.
And so the final results, Migs comes on top with 7, Kush with the great effort of 6, and Ro 2, mate. What happened there? One of the greatest choke jobs I've ever seen.
Oh my lord!
So I'm disappointed. I'm upset. And I've tied with Sen in the overall standings.
So that means overall, me, you, and Kush all got 15, and the winner, by unanimous decision, the heavyweight champion of the world, Miguel, with 17.
Wow!
Let's
boy.
go. Woo!
Congrats!
To be fair, we've all passed this time, so
I'm upset.
All right, boys, for the last segment this week, we've got Banter reviews, and we're putting head-to-head 2020 lockdown versus 2021 lockdown. So 2020 lockdown, let me just take you back, boys. It was late March. You know, we didn't really know what coronavirus was. Still thought it was related to the beer, to be honest, until about June 2020. But we're at home. I was quite happy. Didn't have to get up at 6 o'clock every morning to go to work. Get up at 9 a.m., roll out of bed. So I was pretty happy with 2020 lockdown. And then that lasted for about 3 months. We got out of it. And then we all thought, you know, smooth sailing. We're out in the woods. Get the vaccine. I'll be in Ibiza next year, you know. And then here we are, 2021 June, July. Looks like we'll be here until October from the looks of it. And let's just say things are not as fine and dandy as they were in the 2020 lockdown. So we're going to
kill me now.
We'll get to that, Manny, soon. So we've got a few metrics here to pit these two lockdowns head to head, and I'm going to get your opinions on which one has done better or worse. So the first one is Zoom party / virtual gaming. I know last night we did do some virtual poker, but, you know, in the grand scheme of things, I feel like 2020 lockdown was a lot more heavy in the, oh, hey guys, let's do some virtual drinks, or let's catch up, let's do some games nights, blah, blah, blah. I feel like 2020 lockdown was a lot more, I think it was just the novelty of it, right? And I
That was
that,
the prime. It was in 2020. Like every night, someone's like, yeah, let's play some, you know, code names. Let's play some Scribblio. I was like, absolutely, I'm down. Get me on it. We've been invited like 4 weeks in a row, and I've said no 3 times.
Why is it, bro? Why all of a sudden? What's changed?
The same
I'm
game,
just sick
bro.
of it.
It's the same game. I can only draw Earth so many times.
I think 2020 takes this out with ease, because 2021, if someone's asked me to play games, you know, no bingo.
I'm messaging Kush on the side. Please, let's play Warzone tonight, so I have an excuse not to fucking play.
That's literally all it is. I was just about to say, 2021, you're denying it because we're hopping on the streets of Verdansk. That's why.
All right, so 2020, we'll take that one out quite simply. Next up is TikTok addiction. So I think TikTok is when, so like in the 2020 lockdown is when TikTok really blew up, I guess, with people our age. I guess with the younger kids, I guess they were already on the TikTok, but people our age is when, you know, that first lockdown when you had fuck all else to do, TikTok really, really blew up. But I didn't actually jump on last year. I was still against it. I thought it was some Chinese propaganda. I was like,
Which you still might not be wrong about. Like, let's be honest. You still might not be wrong about.
and it seemed like just a lot of jailbait and a way to get arrested very quickly. So I decided not to get on in 2020. I got on it in 2021. But I know you, maybe not Ro, maybe not you so much, but I think Cushion, I know Manny was doing full-time hours on TikTok in 2020.
All right, I'm going to say this much. I remember before March 2020, I was on TikTok, and I'm like, fellas, just not you three, everyone. I'm like, fellas, this is a great app. Hop on it. Spat in my face, all of yous.
I did. I'll put my hand up. I did it.
It's a kids app. It's disgusting. All that. March, lo and behold, most of yous on it. Addicted, dare I suggest. Now come this lockdown, now we even have Sen addicted. So,
big time.
Who was right?
We're creators. And dare I say that 2020 lockdown, that was prime for the critical banter.
That is true.
Prime.
I remember that one afternoon. I'm like, boys, TikTok's hopping on. Let's get on it. And did that change our lives? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it did.
I checked my screen hours, my screen time for 2020.
Yeah.
10 minutes per day on average. So like you, Sen, I was a late adopter.
Yeah.
Did not rate TikTok. 2021 daily average for last week, 2.6 hours.
Only for TikTok. That's rookie numbers.
That's a big jump, though. That's a really big jump.
Mate, that's like 26x.
You always look through everything as in terms of gains and losses now, don't you? Ro?
Look at the year-on-year growth. Yoy.
Earlier on, like a few weeks ago, I was doing like disgusting hours on TikTok, like 11 hours a day or something. It was getting
What?
it was getting
11
concerning.
hours?
How? So that means you're whipping out TikTok at work.
For if any of my co-workers are listening, no, of course not. I wouldn't do that.
He was whipping out work while he was doing
During
TikTok.
I'm too scared to like bring out TikTok at work just because
What?
I don't know what's gonna come up on my feed. Like
What do
the
you
feed is just unreal half the time. Like the most random shit comes up.
Do you mean
Yeah.
like when you're physically in the workplace, Kush?
Yeah, physically in the workplace.
No, you silly goose. As we've established, I barely went into the office.
Well, the days that you went though,
No, days when I went, I had zero.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's
I'm a
few and far
respectful man.
between.
an outlier.
So what, are we saying this is an equal tie then for TikTok addiction? It's just been
2020
constant
for me.
between-
For me, 2021, I
Yeah,
must
for me,
say.
2021.
But I feel like us four, it's rare for 2021 to be higher than 2020. I feel
That's
like
true.
most
It did-
people, 2020 is the
2020.
was the peak.
All right, so we'll give that one to 2020. Next one up is alcoholism. Something near and dear to all of us, as we've established as well.
2020 didn't do a lot of drinking. Had the occasional Pinot, you know. Now
You
it's
used to have virtual drinks, to be
I
honest.
refused.
back in
I
those
did.
days.
I actually did. But now it is a GNT, and I can't sleep if I don't have it.
Oh no!
Whenever we're playing some games, Ro's like 3 is the ideal amount. And then when we hop off, I message him and I'm like, how's your head? He's like, brother, it's spinning. I'm in bed.
But Ro, your performance has improved.
Oh, exponentially.
Your game sense has improved. So dare I say,
enable this behavior.
Do you find that it helps you sleep?
No, I mean that was a joke. I just
Oh.
enjoy having the GNT now. Like just one a night, you know, after I finish dinner, sipping on it while I'm watching videos or playing games. It's a nice
Nothing wrong with
little. I mean, nothing wrong with it yet. But if you see me under a bridge saying, you know, with a silver bag or a brown paper bag as well, there might be some trouble.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I didn't do much drinking in the 2021. 2021, you know, I've dabbled a bit here and there, and I found that it's helped me with the sleep. You know, one drink, sleep like
Oh,
a baby.
Oh dear.
Maybe I'm the only one on this, but what about you? Well, I know Kush doesn't drink just at the best of times, so
I just don't drink by myself at home. I don't see the point at all.
With the boys, virtually, sir.
Then just make up a virtual rum and coke. Or the whole
come
thing's a
off it,
fad
Kush,
anyway.
come off. Kush is just scared he's going to buy another Hezbollah shirt if he starts drinking.
Oh, that's the thing. I don't see the point of drinking if you're by yourself. I don't get it.
I'm doing it because I need to drink, not because, you know, not for the social aspect.
that part I don't get.
No, I just started enjoying the taste of like liquor
Yeah.
a lot more. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I never used to enjoy GNTs or like rum and cokes properly. Like, I liked it, but I'm really starting to get into different types of gin. You know,
See, I'd understand, Ro, if it was like scotch or a healthy whiskey, but G&T, there's no taste.
mean?
Nah.
There's no calories.
I back him on this. I used to hate it as well until the other day Rohit's like, I'm on GNTs. And I'm, what are you doing? GNTs taste like piss. It's like, just try it. And it turns out I had gin. I had tonic at home. Gave it a little whip. Oh, wow.
I think 2021 takes this out
I think so,
easily.
too. No, instead of a 4 p.m. tea, you just crack open the single malt whiskey. All right, so next up is the toilet paper and panic buying. I think comfortably 2020 wins this. I don't think
Yeah.
we've seen any kinds of panic buying in the last few months.
No, there
last few
was
weeks.
there was a day or two. We have a
In that
friend that
one
works
day.
at a supermarket, and that 1
Yeah.
or 2 days, it was mayhem.
It was
But you're right, it was a mini version of 2020.
Dude, people were legit like brawling in like Woolies, like fighting over toilet paper last year.
I think in 2020 as well, like Coles and Woolies had to suspend their online delivery service because they got way too much. They actually
Yeah.
couldn't do it. Now it's like they're going pretty strong, but like that's how bad it was back then.
Have we moved forward as a society, you reckon?
No.
Or-
No.
Okay.
No.
I didn't think
No.
so.
I think in 2021, just everyone lost their livelihood, so no one could afford toilet paper anymore.
But what's wrong with the good old just water? Just water up the asshole.
B-Day.
Yeah, the B-Day.
There's absolutely nothing wrong. Dare I say it's cleaner? It's more efficient.
Exactly. And you save money. You don't have to buy toilet paper. Just wipe your asshole, bro. With some water. It's easy. But we will give that one to 2020. Next up is anti-vax sentiment. So obviously we had the protests here in Sydney yesterday where tens and thousands of idiots went out protesting. To be honest, what were they protesting? Was it lockdown? Was it
Freedom,
vaccine?
Senny. They're freedoms.
Mm.
My body, my choice.
So was it the vaccine?
It was everything.
It's all of
Everything
that.
to do with
It's
COVID.
Okay.
I saw someone
right.
ranting about bloody the QR codes. how there should be an end to QR codes. So I don't think there's any rhyme or reason to what the hell they were protesting about.
To be honest, like last year when they floated the idea of the vaccine, like in 2020, like I swear there was I didn't hear a peep from like anti-vax people. Most people seem pretty keen, like, oh yeah, get the vaccine, we can go overseas, blah blah blah. And then in the last few months, like, because I think they started floating the idea of
Because
like,
we've lived without the vaccine. You know, New South
Yeah.
Wales, Sydney, we've
with
lived.
a taste of freedom.
We had taste of freedom without the vaccine, and now all of a sudden they say you need the vaccine. Gladys, come off it. Conspiracy.
And they don't want to do another lockdown. And then these window lickers outside, they step out and they decide, like, you know what? We're going to protest for anything they want, as long as there's freedom involved.
How should we punish the people who went to the protest? Because I saw some radical ideas being thrown around.
This is Kush's speciality, Kush.
Cluster strike, 400-meter radius. Let's wipe them all out, fellas.
All right. So with the anti-vax sentiment, I think we'll comfortably say 2021 wins that one. This one's a big one. Just in general, you know, frustration, anger, mental disintegration, boredom, suicidal thoughts if Manny wants to go into that.
Hey, that was a joke, to be clear. Just before I get dubbed into any sort of mental health service, that was a joke. Maybe. That was a joke.
You know?
2020, no mental health issues.
No, none whatsoever.
2021, beyond bloomy.
100% with
The
you on
four
that
of
one.
us, please.
There was
My
something
mind
fun.
and body are trapped in a prison. This is a cry for help.
And why was it? Why was there no, you know, suicidal thoughts last year, Ro?
It was just because there was a very clear plan. You know, lockdown is from here to here. You know, 2 months, you're going to be in the trenches. It's going to be tough. Now it's like, 2 weeks. Oh, jokes, haha, 4 weeks. Jokes, haha, 8 weeks. You know, there's no end in sight. It's like it's literally a prison sentence, except at least with a prison sentence, I know when it's
You
going to
know,
end.
The goalposts keep moving with this one, and you know, it's like Delta, and then now Lambda variant, Alpha, and the fucking different strains coming up every week. The Bankstown variant, the Fairfield variant. Don't go outside. Assume everyone has COVID. Like, what? How can you survive with this? But no, I do think, this year is a lot more worse than last year. If you are listening to this, please get us some help. And finally, lockdown novelty. I think clear winner here. Last year, like we said, it was fun. I'm going to put it out there. 2020 lockdown was genuinely fun.
Aligned.
I enjoyed
It was a break from 20, 21, 22 years of non-stop. Whereas I'm ready to go now, and they've stopped me again.
2020, plenty of novelty there. Like I had a competition with my brothers. We cooked a meal each night, had a little bit of a MasterChef sort of thing going on. You know, I'd rate his dishes, he'd rate mine. You know, lots of fun going on there. But then 2021, I'll tell you what, the novelty has well and truly worn off.
Is it the novelty, or is your family now in tatters?
Like last year, you know, you could paint, you know, you're doing puzzles, stuff like that, family games nights, stupid shit like that. And now
2020
the side
TikTok
of my
was so
family-
much better, bro. Oh, Dalgona coffee, take me back. Those eras. Say so. Oh my God, that was an unreal period of time.
So again, this one will go to 2020 lockdown. So I think in general, 2020 lockdown was just a lot more enjoyable period of our lives.
I don't think we needed to do this segment to realize that statement.
To be honest, 3 more weeks of virtual recording and I'm ready to start protesting as well, bro. Get me out of here. All right, guys, that brings us to the end of the episode. As per usual, please join the TCB Appreciate Society, where you can join us for Meme Mondays, TCB Thursdays, where you can contribute to the podcast, and also keep an eye out for the next games night that we'll be holding. And also, if anyone that listened to us did go to the protest in Sydney on Saturday, go ahead and give yourself an uppercut and find another podcast to listen to, you bastard. You're not welcome here.